After managing wealth for decades, I notice a strange pattern. The retirees living with zero financial stress at 80 years old share one habit. They simply quit buying specific categories of stuff. It is not about necessities. They have plenty of those. I am talking about the exact purchases that drain regular retirees dry. Meanwhile, the wealthy ones just pass right on by. After watching this play out for years, I narrowed it down to 7 things. These are 7 things wealthy retirees flat out refuse to buy anymore. Some of these will surprise you, and a couple might even sting a little. Stick around till the end, because changing just one habit can save your future. Let's look back at my journey and see what actually works. Let's start with something that ruffles feathers in my industry. The financial advisor industry has done a masterful job convincing you. They make you think your money will explode without them. Now look, some advisors are genuinely worth every dollar, but the standard fee model can silently devastate your portfolio. They quietly skim 1% of all your assets every single year. Say you have $1 million saved up for retirement, a decent nest egg. A 1% advisor fee sounds tiny, right? Just $10,000 a year. But over a 25-year retirement with compounding factored in, it hurts. That tiny fee can eat between $300,000 and $500,000 of your nest egg. $500,000 gone for someone to just say, stay the course. I figured this out years ago and changed how I handle my wealth. The savvy retirees either manage their own money using index funds, or they use what is called a fee-only fiduciary advisor. Fee-only fiduciaries charge a flat hourly rate or a flat annual fee, maybe $300 to $500 an hour, or a couple grand a year. You pay them only when you actually need their specific advice. The math is brutally simple. The less you pay in fees, the more you keep. Look, I know this one has been said 1,000 times before, but most people miss the real reason wealthy retirees avoid them. It is not because they cannot afford a brand new vehicle. They could buy 3 of them in cash and still have lunch money left. It is because they treat depreciation like a contagious disease. Here is what happens when you drive a shiny new $65,000 SUV off the lot. By the time you pull into your garage, that car is worth about $55,000. You just lost $10,000 for the privilege of smelling new leather. After 3 years, that same vehicle is worth around $39,000. You lose almost half the value just by driving it to Costco. In my life, I chose to buy 2 or 3-year-old certified vehicles. Same car, same heated seats, but someone else ate the loss for me. I drive it for 12 or 15 years and change the oil religiously. I once knew a pharmacist worth about $3 million who did this. He drove a 2011 Toyota Camry with 200,000 miles until he passed. Meanwhile, his neighbor leased his fourth Cadillac while working at 73. Tell me again who was actually winning that game. This one combines the biggest scams in modern retail history. You buy a refrigerator, and the salesperson gives you a performance. They ask if you want a 5-year protection plan for $249.99. They say it with a concerned face, like your dog has weeks to live. Extended warranties are pure profit for stores, nothing less. Products usually fail in the first year under standard warranty, or they fail well after the extended warranty has expired anyway. The same goes for these absurd add on insurance policies people buy. identity theft insurance, cell phone insurance, or travel insurance. The insurance industry makes money selling protection for rare events. My philosophy has always been simple: insure the catastrophic stuff, self insure the rest with your own savings. Have great health insurance, homeowners insurance, and liability coverage. But do not pay $14.99 a month to insure a simple toaster oven. If you cannot afford to replace it, you should not buy it. This trend is draining retirement accounts faster than a Vegas weekend. I am talking about open concepts, quartz countertops, and shiplap walls. People spend fortunes on gray paint that goes out of style quickly. By the time you finish trendy renovations, they are already old. The kitchen you spent $80,000 on last year will look dated soon. In 5 years, your grandkids will walk in and call it So 2024. Wealthy retirees who stay wealthy do not chase these design trends. We renovate for two reasons only: function or structural improvement. If the roof leaks, replace it. If the plumbing is old, fix it. Do not tear out a bathroom because a TV show says matte black is in. The average homeowner spends $40,000 to $80,000 on a kitchen remodel. You typically only recoup 60% to 70% of that when you sell the home. That means losing $15,000 to $25,000 every single time you remodel. My bank account looks fantastic because I keep my home classic. There is a huge psychological shift that happens with true wealth. When folks first make decent money, they enter the logo phase. Everything must scream wealth, from Gucci belts to Rolex watches. But by the time people build real wealth, something flips. They stop buying these prominent logos entirely. Truly wealthy people do not need to advertise their money to strangers. The point of a designer shirt is to show you can afford it. Once you actually have the money, you stop caring what people think. We buy high quality, not expensive branding. I will happily spend money on a tailored blazer that lasts 20 years. I will not spend $100 on a hoodie with a brand printed on it. When you are broke, you wear designer clothes to look rich. When you are rich, you wear a plain shirt from Costco. Nobody can tell if you are worth $10 or $10 million that way. The only people impressed by luxury goods are those who cannot afford them. This is where retirement dreams go to die for a lot of folks. They work 40 years, retire, and pick up the most expensive hobbies. Take golf, where equipment runs you a couple grand easily. The country club membership can cost you $15,000 every single year. Every round costs $100, plus another $80 for drinks afterward. I love hobbies, but I choose ones that cost very little. Walking, hiking, gardening, and reading from the public library. Volunteering, woodworking, or fishing from a simple $300 kayak. Even pickleball only costs about $40 worth of gear total. A retiree who chooses golf and boating spends $25,000 a year. A retiree who chooses hiking and gardening spends maybe $500. Over 25 years, that is the difference between a huge inheritance and asking your kids to help you pay your property taxes. Hobbies are supposed to relax you, not give you credit card anxiety. This is the biggest one, taking down more retirements than bad stocks. Nobody talks about emotional purchases because it is uncomfortable. These are things you buy because of how you feel, not need. Retirement is a dangerous minefield of emotional triggers. You get bored on a Tuesday afternoon, so you shop online. You feel lonely, so you order a package to look forward to. A friend posts cruise photos, so you book one out of budget. You drive past a dealership and think, I worked hard. I deserve this. I had to develop what I call emotional spending immunity. I do not shop when bored. I use my actual hobbies instead. I do not spoil grandkids with money. I spoil them with my time. Time is way more valuable and never shows up on a credit statement. Ask yourself this question: will I be glad I bought this in 30 days? The next time you want to click buy now late at night, just pause. You will be amazed how much money that single pause saves you. The biggest threat to your retirement is not the stock market or inflation. The biggest threat is you reaching for your wallet to fix a feeling. Money cannot fix feelings, and realizing that is worth a fortune. The stress free retirees did not just win a big lottery. We got there by quietly not buying things everyone else bought. While neighbors financed SUVs, we kept the old Camry running. It might sound boring, but it beats working at 76 to pay for golf. If this story gave you something to chew on, hit that like button. Subscribe for more breakdown of real, comfortable money habits. Drop a comment below and tell me which one hits closest to home. I will catch you in the next one. And please, skip that Amazon cart tonight.